one on the list is John, KD2OAM. How you doing out there, John?
KE2MA, Frank. This is John, KD2OAM, over in Oakfield, New York, where we've got 82, clear. It's a little cloudy, but it's still beautiful. Sun shining, 32% humidity, and it's 30.16 on the barometer, so that's cool. And what a beautiful weekend we had. Got quite a bit done. Enjoyed it. It was quite perfect for the weather. It was a busy weekend. We had a garage sale yesterday. I think I brought that up before, and there was vehicles all over Oakfield. And Mama sold quite a bit, and then we put what was a little bit was left, threw it back in the garage, and we'll work through that as we go. And finally got my 12 and 17 meter bands installed. That's working great, and enjoying that. And today I went over to Home Depot and got the last of my landscaping material I needed and finished that project today, so that was cool. And we went over and visited the mother-in-law, and I put some grass seed down on a couple of spots where they cut some trees and dug up the stumps. And I got some nice grass seed in there and covered that all over, and then took the wife to lunch. Came home, like I said, I finished my landscaping when I got home, and still need to mow, but I'd had enough. I figured I'll mow sometime this week. If it rains, good. If it don't, I won't mow. Or, wait a minute, the other way around. That's the way it goes. But anyways, for dinner tonight, we had homemade tacos. Mama made tacos, so those were enjoyable. And here I am on the net, just conversing. Then tomorrow, of course, it's back to work for a week, and then next week I'll be traveling, so I won't be here all week. I'll be gone from Monday until Friday, and I hope to get back sometime Friday early. And I'll be down in Lebanon, PA, working at a facility we just purchased. We need to get some a management team in there. There isn't any right now, so we're taking turns going down and running the place, so that's why I'm going down. All right, with that, I'm going to say that's enough. I've rambled on enough, and we'll send it back to Frank, KE2MA. This is KD2OAM.
All right there, John. Very good. KD2OAM, 20 over here on the shoreline. Sounding good as always. And sounds like you're getting quite good with the antennas there. Hopefully, you've been making quite a few contacts, too, so that's a good thing. Evidently, that vertical is working quite nicely for you, and that's a good thing. And with that, let's see, what have we got going here? Oh, yes, Tim, N2VZD with the July 13th Syracuse Rags Club Hamfest. And N2VZD, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. How you doing, Tim?
Very good. I didn't have time enough to reach up here in my logbook to grab the folders, but I've got all the Hamfest fly sheets there. But the Rags Hamfest now is a good-sized Hamfest. It's a wonderful facility. Easy. It's about a mile north of the fairgrounds on State Fair Boulevard, the same road. And it's easy to get off the thruway and head towards Syracuse on the 690. It's right there at the exit. And take the Lakeland exit and take a left at the end of the ramp, and it's almost within eyesight, less than like a half a mile on your left. And we got a lot of parking and a lot of tailgate space, and beautiful indoor facility. And the guy that puts the food on there is kind of famous for his food in the area. He ran a restaurant for many years, and the main dining room caved in one of the stores. So he is catering now, pretty exclusively. He does catering for the canal boat tours here, and a lot of functions at the fire department hall. And he has a kitchen right there at the fire hall that does a pretty good job. He and his help put on a breakfast buffet and a lunch buffet. And the lunch buffet now, they're cooking on a grill right outside the door. Every time somebody opens that door, that smell of that food comes in there. It's waiting to shove right off your feet. But it's all a good time. And RW Electronics had a huge display there last year, and 73 volts will be there and stuff like that. So, with all my stuff. And I'll be doing the talk in on the 146.91 out of Syracuse. And 103.5 phone on that, I believe. But look at the link on the AIM window there, ragsclub.org/hamfest. So we'll hope to see you all there. We have a busy weekend. We have a 45th annual toilet recall in Syracuse. It used to be a very large event. It shrunk down a little bit now, but the weather was perfect. We had rolling events and static displays and a great banquet last night, and there you go. So we are tired. We've been busy. I'm going to check into the rags net, and then I'm going up to bed. So see you later, everybody. I'm QSY to 3922 with many thanks to everybody. And to vis-a-vis.
Okay. All right there, Tim. November 2, Victor Zulu Delta. We'll say 73 to you, and thank you for all that information. And hopefully, maybe we can get down there to that and see you. Well, we've already seen you once, so we can see you again. Maybe we get John out there and a few other guys, too. But anyway, good to hear you out there, Tim, always. And again, thanks for the information. 73, old man. With that, we'll go to Tom, Whiskey Alpha 2, fun with electricity, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha. How you doing, Tom?
Good, Frank. Okay, here we go. KE2MA, WA2FWE. Great to hear everyone. That sounds good. Tom, WA2FWE, little ham shack in the little farmhouse on top of the hill in Victor, New York, where it was a great day. Went with a hike with my wife. She wanted me to go out and take a walk, and then it turned into a hike, and that was a lot of fun. It was really good, but it made me realize I need to get out more. Hello to everyone. It's great to hear everyone on the net. Need to see the net is like my weekly rendezvous, which rendezvous is a French word, which the French trappers, when they came to North America and Canada, used to go up and pick out places where they would trap. And the way a rendezvous works is you'd go out there for a year, and every year you have to come back. And if you didn't show up, you had to come back and show you're still alive. And if you didn't come back and sell your pelts at the rendezvous and show you were alive, they would take over your territory, because that's what a rendezvous is. And maintain that a little rendezvous, keep me awake, keep me going. Garage sales, I love garage sales, so get me started. And Hamfest, I've been there a while. I need to go back to Hamfest. Hamfest is so cool. I got some great stuff at Hamfest. So I'm babbling enough. And back to you, Frank. Good to hear everyone. I'll be here for the fifth round. I'll be out listening in the garage, and if not, just give me a quick call. KE2MA, Frank and John, WA2FWE.
Okay, very good there, Tom. Whiskey Alpha 2, fun with electricity. Always good to hear you. 20 over S9 up here on the shoreline, doing an excellent job for yourself there, Tom. And yes, I think, we'll get you second time around there. You probably want to go out to the garage there for a bit. All right, buddy. Good to hear you. Doing a nice job from Victor. You know, you ought to take a ride out to the Hamfest there. Maybe, like I say, think about it and, let everybody know if you're going. And, maybe we get a crew together. Go out and have a couple of burgers or hot dogs or some darn thing and have a good time. Okay, with that, we'll go to the second time in a row. KD2EMQ. It's okie dokie time. Hello, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Good to hear you out there.
Okie dokie. We'll say good evening first off to all the spuds, and there is no spudettes. We're missing a lot of people here. I noticed when you look on NetLog, there are only 15 people. But all the nets are are getting shorter. I guess because of summertime, especially after all the rain and all the crappy weather we had. People get a real, nice day or a nice couple, 2-3 days together. They want to get outside and do something, and I'm looking. It's still light outside. You could still be out playing around in the dirt, cutting grass, or doing something. And I see a couple new guys here. Well, my buddy Dennis there, K2MA. He's the net controller for the 1900 net on 160 Friday night. And W2DAR, Ron, he's net controller on my morning net there. The old buzzards, I think he also does the rooster net. I've never been on the rooster net. They tell me it's an awful lot of fun, but that's way, way, way too early for me. I'm lucky if I'm going to bed by then, let alone getting up to do that. Oh, let's see. We had a high of 83, a low of 49, and it's 74 right now. And I'm looking at my emails. I just got a notice, my official John Deere grease gun. I couldn't resist that. Got a John Deere tractor, so I ordered a John Deere oil filter and a John Deere grease gun. It's on its way. They're both on their way. I don't know when the hell they're going to get there. I ordered them from eBay. John Deere parts, you don't get much of a break on. They seem to be, the prices seem to be, you're paying for the name. They seem to be basically the same, whether you go to eBay, Walmart, Amazon, whatever. They all seem pretty much the same. Oh, let's see, what did I do today? Not a thing. I didn't sleep good last night. I had a stomach ache, and all my muscles hurt. In my arms, in my back, my side, my neck. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but I didn't get much sleep. I was up like about every hour and a half, turning over or something. So I'll catch up tonight, I don't have nothing to do. Well, tomorrow I think I'm going to take my little push mower. I ordered new wheels for it. They're drive wheels in the front, so I got to put them on, and I want to check the transmission in the front there. And I might even give it a thrill and change the oil. First time and second time in 7 years. I have the small mowers. I don't usually change the oil. They usually this place is so rough to mow, they're usually disintegrated long before the motor could ever disintegrate. I've never gone through a motor yet. Usually the decks crack or they get all banged to heck underneath and pieces start falling off and stuff until you ain't got nothing left but the motor. That's it. Then you go out and buy another one. Oh, let's see, what else? That's about it for me, I guess. Dinner club. I forgot the dinner club. I had, what the hell did I have? Goodness. I had, geez, ain't that something? I just got done eating. And shows you what old age does. I just got done eating, and I forgot what the heck I had. Oh, I made a salad. I bought fresh tomatoes when I went shopping at Walmart, and I had one of my famous tomato salads. I don't like green stuff because I'm not a bunny rabbit. So I take and slice a tomato up, and then I put and slice a hard-boiled egg on top of that, and then I put grated Parmesan and Romano cheese on that, and then I put green olives and black olives, and then croutons, and then I sprinkle French fried onions on the top, and then I put, light northern Italian dressing all over the top of it. And that's my salad. I had that and chicken tenders, some Purdue chicken tenders. I got to watch them. I think it was Purdue now is recalling them too. The first time somebody, Weaver, I think, recalled them, and it had metal stuff in them, and these got pieces of bone in them. They said they're prepared chicken things. I don't know what's going on. They're bound and determined to choke somebody to death here. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be here for the 73s round. With that, KD2EMQ, we'll turn it right back to net control.
Okay, very good there, Tom. KD2EMQ, 25 over on the shoreline here. Very, very nice job, Tom. Good to hear you out there. And you know, it's funny talking about some of these tractors. I've had John Deere, and they've never broke down as far as the engine or anything like that. What the only thing that's really broke down, like you say, is the decks, and sometimes where you keep the feet, placed. Gets all rusty and stuff. As a matter of fact, one of the first ones that I had was an 18 horse, and the deck went on it. I used it for plowing, and after I got tired of that, I got a new one, and I gave the old one to the kid across the street. Well, he took the deck off of it and changed the tires to trail tires, and changed the gearing on the bottom of the horizontal, the vertical shaft drive, I believe it is. And he had that thing going about 25 to 30 miles an hour through the trail. Big old tires on it, knobby old tires. And I tell you, first time I've ever seen one of those things go, and he did a nice job on it. It looks still like a lawnmower, but with big old tires on it, knobby old tires. And anyway, okay, let's see here. We'll go down to Alex, KD2FTA, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. How you doing, Alex?
Okay, Roger. KE2MA from KD2FTA. Fine business, Frank. Nice net. You're coming in right about at the noise level right now. The band is trying to figure out what it wants to do with itself. So I'm going to make this a one and done. Say hello to everybody on the net this evening. I hope everybody has a great week coming up. Yeah, today was a lot of work. Beautiful day. Enjoyed the weather. Got a lot of stuff done and all around. But I am checking out. So 73 to all. Have a great week and have a safe week. KD2FTA back to that.
Okay, very good there, Alex. KD2FTA, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. And you were right about 5 by 8 there. The noise level is around 5 by 6 right now, but you were well above it and doing a nice job in there. Okay, very good, Alex. 73 to you. Thank you for coming in there this evening, and hopefully we'll catch you in there again. With that, we're going to go up to the northern part of New York, where Patrick, N2KAZ, resides. Patrick, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha, the Great Maine Potato Net. How you doing up there, buddy?
KE2 AM. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out where the noise is coming from. The mic cable's hitting my trash can. KE2MA, N2KAZ. In the city of New York, 83 degrees. Oh, I love it. Except for I had 3 days dry in a row, so I decided I was going to paint the railing on my decking around by my pool. So after 5 hours of seeing white paint, I'm seeing white spots. And my wife wanted to know what I wanted for supper, and I just told her something easy and light. So I ended up having a tuna cheese, not tuna, but a ham and cheese hoagie. That was my supper for today. So, Frank, I want to make this a one and done before I fall asleep at the switch. KE2MA and 2KAZ. 73, everyone.
Okay, very good there, Patrick. You have yourself a great evening. 25 over S9, and a very, very good signal coming in here to the shoreline this evening. Hope you have a great evening. We'll catch you later on and talk to you. Okay, we'll say 73 to Pat and go to Dennis, K4, DBK, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha. How you doing out there, Dennis?
Hey, good evening, Frank, and everybody on the net. Thanks for running the net, and also thanks to John there, OAM, for, I believe, doing the net logger. Name here is Dennis, located down in Reston, Virginia, 20 miles west of the D.C. there, and, nice signals here. Beautiful weather here, 69, but it is raining, but I do like the temperature. Yeah, it's been kind of a rainy day, no storms or anything. The band is quiet, actually, since about, between 11 and noon. So I did get out this morning, do some edging, some yard work, checked on, got a 240-foot receive loop on the ground. Always got to kind of check that out, make sure it's still stapled down in the grass, as part of my yard work, so... yard work's more fun now. So, I'd like to shout out there to Tom, KD2EMQ, and also I see Pete in there, KD2DAF. Hi, Pete. I haven't talked to you in a little bit, but I hope you're doing good up there in Middletown. Anyway, you guys, nice signal there. You're about 5.7 or so. F-meter on this rig. This particular rig's an old 10-tech Omni 6, and the S-meter, I need to replace. I do have a spare S-meter, spare meter for it, and actually one from a Paragon, so I'd like to work on some of these old rigs, but things are going pretty well. So it's an old Omni 6, got an AL80A, and doing about 500 watts into an inverted L up in the pine trees, which is really the antenna I run on 160, but I can get away with it down here with the with the antenna matchbox there, AT2K. Now I have been switching back and forth between the receive loop on the ground, which is approximately a wavelength, just a little bit of one wavelength size up a little bit above the band here. And it does a fine job. I should have probably been on the 590, one of the other rigs, so I could kind of compare, noise floor and signal levels and everything. But it does a great job on 160. It does a good job up here, too. It does cut back, especially when conditions are, pretty a lot of QRN or whatever. But, not bad today. Like I said, really good. And, Tom... hey, man, congrats on the actual John Deere grease gun. Yeah, I got a cheapy grease gun about a few years ago. It must have been Home Depot or somewhere, and, man, that thing just, it leaks out the back. It leaks all over the place. Just, no fun there, but, enjoy that mower, the E110, I believe, same one I got there. Love it, man. Hydrostatic, no more shifting gears, and does a good job at it, and a bit more horsepower than the old one, and so we get the long done a bit, maybe about 10 minutes quicker. So anyway, not too much else going on here. Thanks again for calling me in here, and got to run up and get about supper's about on the table here. That's why I should be banging on the floor coming down. So, anyway, take care, Frank and everyone on the net. Don't know if I'll be here for the 73s round. If you don't hear me, I'm still stuck upstairs. So, anyway, take care. 73s, everybody. K4DBK.
Okay, very good, Dennis. Great to hear you out there. 5x9 plus 5 on the shoreline of Lake Ontario here. And K4DBK, excellent. And thanks for coming in to join us this evening. 73 to you there, Dennis, and we'll be talking to you again. And a lot of the guys are starting to run those antennas just for listening, so sounds like a thing is going on. K4, DBK, 73, Dennis. How about SEEB? W4, SEH, that's Whiskey Hotel, or Whiskey 4, Sierra Echo Hotel. SEEB, how you doing out there?
Well, we're doing well, Frank. Thanks a lot there, and good net tonight. Looks like a fair number of people. I heard everything that Dennis was saying up there in Reston. I'm about 65, maybe 75, maybe about 70 miles south of Dennis. So same weather report. Rain came in today around noontime. Is going to stick with us till, I don't know, sometime on Tuesday. Nothing real big, just, a lot of water falling out of the sky. W2DAR there, East Hanover, Ronald, that Washington historical center there was pretty interesting. I was there quite a few years ago, and I remember that it was a very good display of history. I thought that was pretty cool. And then Thomas, KD2EMQ, talking about your homemade salad. I don't do the tomato thing. Well, I do, but I put some green olives and grape tomatoes, parm cheese, and olive oil, and then I put some cracked black pepper on top of that, and that's what I call my salad. So I don't do a lot of the leafy green stuff as well. I think what was on the menu here was maybe what we had for dinner, and I had to think about that for a second because I ended up eating my Asiago cheese bagel with cream cheese as I was feeding the dogs tonight. I just didn't get around to doing a real-time dinner. Anyway, it's good to hear you guys out there, and I haven't been on this particular net for quite some time, probably, I don't know, December, January time frame. And a lot of times I jump on the Ole Miss net, so I'm usually kind of busy, and then I get on the Ole Miss net, and I just kind of sort of don't take the time to get on this one. So tonight I was fiddling with N1MM and doing some digital preparations for the field day coming up, and thought I would go ahead and drop in. So I'm going to be a one and done this evening. I wish you guys a great week, and thanks for coming out, and thanks for letting me in, Frank. And with that, I'll be back to you, W4SCH.
Okay, very good. Steve, very good to hear you out there. 5x9 plus 10 on the shoreline. Doing an excellent job. That's Whiskey 4, Sierra Echo Hotel. Very good to hear you out there. You coming back for the 73 round, Steve?
No, I'm going to pass and drop off here shortly.
Okay, very good. We'll say 73 to you, and thank you for joining us this evening. Hopefully we can get you in there again. It was our pleasure, for sure. And next, we'll go to Jim, KD2OHH. How you doing out there, buddy? Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha.
KE2MA, KD2OHH, Frank. Thanks for hosting. Good evening, and good evening to the main potato net. Well, I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but we just had 3 excellent days in a row of perfect weather. This is the first time this spring it has happened, and I am sick of it. I went to church this morning, and I went to breakfast, and people are asking me, hey, did you see the Indian cars racing yesterday? No, I was outside working. Well, then you must have saw the Belmont last night. No, I was out working. Well, you're going to watch NASCAR today, aren't you? No, I'm going to be out working. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. Frank, I'm sorry. I know Lake Ontario is high, but I need to sit on my butt and do FT8 and not feel guilty about it. I've had it with this nice weather. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll pass it back to net control. KE2MA, KD2OHH. I'll stick around for the 73s.
All right there, Jim. 5x9 plus 10 on the shoreline, and doing a nice job. Yeah, okay, no problem. We can compromise. A little bit for you, a little bit for me, and I think everybody will be happy as long as we don't get 3 days in a row of rain. I think we can manage something. A day on, a day off, maybe. There's 7 days in a week. And things can get turned around. So, all right there, Jim. Set your keister down and relax, buddy. We'll get back to you on the 73 round. All right. With that, we're going to go to Kevin, Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Delta Yankee. I might have a little bit of problem with him, John, so stand by. Kevin, VA3KDY, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. How you doing, Kevin?
Kilowatt Echo Bravo, Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Delta Yankee, back to you. Frank, I'm doing okay. Thanks for having me in here. Thanks for taking me in there. I did just stop by and say hello. I've been having some problems with my antenna. I have said hello a few times within the last few months, and that's all the stuff that you did on me. I know it's not about the keys. I know it's not an antenna problem. So hopefully you can hear me, and I will not be sticking around. I will say 17 and all I'm fixing at the moment, and thanks for doing what you do, Frank. And it's a good thing you're far enough away from the lakeshore that your feet are not getting wet yet. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Delta Yankee, we'll send it back to Vector, folks.
Okay. Very good there, Kevin. Victor Alpha 3, KDY. 5x9 plus 5. Sorry about your antenna problems, but guess what? We've got some good weather coming up in between the raindrops, and possibly, you can get something done there, before the winter time there, Kevin, for sure. But still sounding good up this way, or down this way from you, across the pond there. And happy that you joined us this evening and that we could hear you. First time when you checked in, I think the sun was up a little bit high and made it a little bit difficult, but that time you came right nice. Okay, Kevin, we'll catch you second time around. Pete, KD2DAF, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha. How you doing, buddy?
KD2DAF, right back to the wonderful Maine Potato Net. Nothing too exciting. Went to church and breakfast, headed Oto's home for some stuff, and came back here, did a little bit on 2 meters, and trying to put a different bicycle seat on the bike. Bike riding is good exercise, Tom. I just want to let you know that. Other than that, I'm going to be a one and done and get back to my project there. So everybody have a good night, and hopefully catch you there tomorrow. KD2DAF.
All right there, Pete. KD2DAF, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. And 20 over on the last go-around, sounding good. And, yeah, everybody's got projects now, so got to get them done before the winter time so then you can really play. All right, Pete, great to hear you out there. Thanks for joining us. 73, old man. With that, we're going to go back to Scott. First time he came in there, I couldn't hear him too well. Whiskey Alpha 3, Sierra Oscar India. I know I'll be able to hear you now.
Well, I'm not sure about that. You're going to have to let me know.
Go ahead, buddy.
Alrighty, Whiskey Alpha 3, Sierra Oscar India, Scott from here, Wingate, Pennsylvania. Outside working. The wife is working on me. Gotta get the yard work done, you know how that goes. And then I can play ham radio. I feel like the last guy. I'm guilty of playing radio when I should be out in the yard working. But she bought me I believe it's an early Father's Day present, a Blackstone griddle, big 36-inch long. I'm sitting on the deck right now putting that together. So enjoying everything there can be to enjoy, right? I'll be here for the 73s, hopefully. You can yell my name if I come back. It's all good. Whiskey Alpha 3, Sierra Oscar India. Back to net control.
All right, Scott. Whiskey Alpha 3, Sierra Oscar India, 15 over S9. And you got to get one of those stickers on the wall. It's round, and it says round to it. In other words, when you have a job to do and you get around to it, it'll be fine. No problem. That's the round to it, buddy. Okay, good to hear you out there, Scott. Like I said, 15 over S9, sounding good up this way. Second time around. We'll hear you for sure. Ron, W2DAR in North New Jersey. How you doing out there, buddy? Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net.
Okay, Frank. A good early evening to you and to all the folks on the Maine Potato Net. It's been quite a while since I've been up in Aroostook County. Used to go there the last week of September, first week of October. We stayed in a very, very remote cabin on the east branch of the Penobscot River. and there's only probably less than a half a dozen people that knew where that cabin was. About 1,000 foot downstream from where the Sabuus enters the Penobscot. And a fellow who built that cabin was Slim Lane. He used to be a Maine forester. And we enjoyed that cabin for many years. And I think 2003 was the last year we were up there before a lady that owned Ernst Bees took over all that property and canceled all the 99-year leases and burned all those cabins down. I won't tell you what I would do if I ever got face-to-face with her. May not be able to control myself. Anyway, that's another story. And Tom, I was quick enough to copy down all those ingredients in a salad that you made, and I put that up and I Googled it. And it said, "Welcome to an okie dokie salad." Anyways, that's enough of that. Frank, thanks for letting me check in, and I'll be listening to the very end. W2DAR.
I'm sure Tom got a kick out of that one. Oh, my goodness, that is good, Ron. W2DAR, okie dokie salad. Excellent. All right. And those cabins, geez, that's a bad thing about that. Too bad, I always like cabins. We go up to Thousand Island sometime and rent a couple of cabins, me and the family, and have a good time up there sometimes. So I love cabins. It's start a little fire, and it's camaraderie, just sitting around the fire and everything else. Boy, it's really, really nice. Okay, all right, with the okie dokie salad. I'm sure Tom is going to love that one. All right. Robert, number 15 on the list, K0, Papa Bravo, Kilowatt Echo 2 Mike Alpha for the Great Maine Potato Net. How you doing out there tonight, Robert?
Hey, pretty good, Frank. KE2MA, K0, Papa Bravo. Any salad is okie dokie with me. Very good. What a day. A long day. I'm tired. And I listened to Pete, KE2DAF, on 2 meters on my way down to New Jersey today, and more about that in a minute. And was listening to Scott's Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. I learned last night what a wind gap is. Well, you got a water gap in between, in a ridge, a mountain ridge. That's when the water flows through, but when the water doesn't flow through, it's a wind gap. So that was kind of interesting. Anyway, went to church today and then got back and made a trip down to Sparta, New Jersey. A week or so ago, I was at a field day planning meeting, and was sitting there and heard our club president say, "Hey, who wants a free tower?" I said, break. Yeah, free tower. And so I latched on that, and that started a new chapter in my life. And it turns out there was a 95-year-old Silent Key who has a 60-foot tower. It's a tilt-over type. It hinges in the middle or somewhere up the tower, hinges and a counterpoise and a winch and all that. And so this tower's sitting there, and they want to get rid of it, his widow. So I said, well, yeah. And that started the ball rolling. And so I contacted the people involved and a couple different hams down there. And turns out there's a Cushcraft A4 Sierra 4-element tri-bander. It's 3 elements on 2015 and 4 elements on 10. And that was available. So for a donation of like $200 to the widow, I'm getting a 60-foot tower and the antenna. I drove down to Sparta, New Jersey today, and met up with WA2 Uniform Foxtrot, a really great guy. I'm hoping to get him in here on the main potato net. And Tom down there, went down to visited him, picked up the antenna, strapped it on top of the truck, and spent some time in his shack. Man, that guy's got a lot of old gear, a lot of new gear, old gear, all kind of stuff in his basement there. It was a great visit, Tom, WA2UFF. And we had a good chat there, but I had to get back on the road. Headed back home, 2-hour trip down there, 2 hours back, and I am just totally wiped out. I used to travel, you know, I've made like almost 40 trips to Oregon and back to Kansas City and here, and I'm just not made for traveling anymore, so just a 4-hour drive in one day is just, it just wears me out. Anyway, I got that 4-element beam laying in the backyard. It needs some work. It needs some TLC, but I plan to put that thing together and have myself a nice tri-band beam for HF. That'll be really nice. Anyway, the wife worked today right after church. She had to go to work. And she works at the Starlight Lodge up here, and she hasn't been home. So she went, I think, right back to church after that. She'll be home later, but I'm one and done. I am done. I'm so tired after this trip. Me and the dogs took the trip, and it was a good, beautiful trip. And learned about the Sussex County Ham Fest is coming up. I think it's on the 15th and the 16th in New Jersey. I might go down there. I don't know. I got to go down there to look at that tower anyway. It's got to be taken down. So it's going to be quite a project. I've put up several towers, put up, taken down. So I'm kind of used to that. It's a 25G, Roan 25G tower. And it's got some rust on it, but man, you can't beat that price, that's for sure. Let's see, I think that's about it. I am just totally, I'm going to be here. I'm one and done, but I'm going to be listening out and probably hit the bag early